Hey guys, it's Grizzly Goat here, bringing you a new series called Season Overview. In this series, I'll be going in-depth throughout the quarterly implemented seasons in Rainbow Six Siege. The main topics we will approach in this series is operator impact and quality, map quality, game balancing, player comfort, the mid-season event, and other additions including gameplay elements as well as cosmetic additions. So to quickly start off with our new operators, we'll take a look at Nook and Warden. With our first operator, the attacker Nook. Nook is a 2-speed 2-armor operator equipped with the primaries of Smoke's FMG-9 submachine gun and Legion's 6-12 shotgun that is locked with suppressor. Onto her secondaries, she is equipped with the FBI SWAT's 5.7 and the Navy SEAL's Desert Eagle with the addition of the suppressor by choice. To quickly overview her weapons, she has relatively weak primaries. Her weapons have very poor time to kill, although it is possible to get easy headshots with her FMG-9. Her 6.12 is way below average compared to the rest of the shotgun class. Her secondaries, interestingly enough though, are better in relativity to their weapon choices in comparison to her primaries. The 5.7 is a popular moderate damage high capacity pistol paired with the infamous Desert Eagle, now equipable with the silencer, makes it for two good choices. These options are good, but with all that said, they are secondaries, meaning they aren't really that important. But they all have the ability to equip silencers universally, to be consistent with their stealthy ability. Nook's ability is a stealth ability that allows her to be undetected from camera feeds as well as being slightly quieter when sneaking around. This gadget is self-oriented and does not help the team in any major way, making her more of a selfish operator. Her gadget is extremely situational and is not beneficial to the team. Although she did get a buff, it is honestly too minor to make the merest of differences. For her secondary gadget, she is equipped with flashbang and breach charge, but only until Ember Rise releases. I'm not sure why Ubisoft continued to give her a claymore if she is supposed to be an aggressive operator. This limits her playstyle and will probably make her less attractive to play going forward until she gets a major buff to her ability. In my own opinion, you could get much more value out of picking an IQ or a Thatcher rather than a Knock. Not to mention she is just a combination of Cav and Vigil on offense. I believe she should be a 3-speed to make her more in line with her aggressive playstyle. Moving on to our defender Warden. Warden is a 3-armor 1-speed operator. His primaries consist of Valkyrie's MPX and the SCS's M59 shotgun. His secondaries consist of Clash's P10C and the SMG-12 from Vigil and Dokkaebi. Warden's MPX is considered to be a diddly damn pea shooter, although the recoil pattern isn't terrible. This still wouldn't be a popular choice, especially if you're not a Valk main. As for the M59 shotgun, has been one of the most consistent, hard-hitting shotguns in the game. Onto his secondaries, he carries the average P10C pistol, but the SMG-12 is more of a popular choice even with the incredible recoil on it. So to sum it up, Warden has some of the hardest guns to use in the game. The BB gun and the rocket recoiler, which causes for some time to learn how to use those guns, requiring some of playtime. Which isn't a good mix for what his ability brings to the table at all, because his ability is certainly the most situational gadget in the game. His ability to see through smokes and flashes may sound excellent on paper, but in reality it is extremely situational. To add to this, his ability is incredibly short and limited. I cannot begin to tell you the amount of times I was flashed right after the thing turned off. Not even the smoke ability comes to practice. If the attacking team is smoke planting, they usually have a Montane planting backwards, deflecting bullets in most areas. In some situations, they may also run a glass, especially which is more prone up in next season when he gets frag grenades, although it is an odd approach to buff him, but I digress. As Warden, yeah, you can see through smoke, but what are you gonna do? Shoot through Montane? Fight Glaz head on while needing to stand still? Warden needs a C4 badly. On the topic of secondary gadgets, Warden currently has impacts and barbed wire, which is being changed to shield and barbed wire, which actually makes sense in comparison to Nox changes. Warden may actually be more viable with the playable cover, letting him peek when those flashes and smokes actually hit, but we will see when he gets them. Or not, because who in the world is actually going to play Warden? To be honest, the defending team could just take an Echo, a Maestro, or even a Clash, who do Warden's job but much better. Maybe Warden could be changed in a way that allows him to function like Rook, in which he drops his ability to his teammates, allowing a passive buff, but that's just an idea. Okay, moving on to the map. Cafe Dostoyevsky's rework. I am very satisfied with the map choice and also as well as how the level designers handled it. 2 seasons before the rework, I began to dread the map. I hated how small it was, especially when you were forced to defend Baker's site. It was a nightmare for me. The rework not only made the bottom floor defendable, but it also decompressed the 3rd floor, also adding a new bomb site to the 2nd floor which added a new dynamic to the map. I'm glad that Ubisoft left the 2nd floor the way it was for the most part, as that part of the map was best to be left untouched. I envision that this map will stay in ranked for years, and I applaud Ubisoft's level designers for doing good work. To kick it off with the game balancing topic, we start with the major change to Glaz which occurred at the beginning of the season, which was revealed at the start of the year. This change required Glaz to stand still for his thermal to be effective, dropping his pick rate exponentially, although Ubisoft did lighten this restriction in the latest update of Phantom Sight. They plan to give him frag grenades in Ember Rise, which is interesting for the most part. Ubisoft did this with Finka and it did help her a little bit, but the difference with Finka and Glaz is that Glaz relies on his smoke grenades to maximize his ability's potential, which isn't the case for Finka. I don't see us helping Glaz much at all next season due to this factor, which is unfortunate, and I feel pity for Ubisoft because Glaz is the most polarizing operator in Rainbow Six history by far. I hope that Glaz can find a nice medium somewhere in the future. This season showed the continuation of adding new attachments to existing guns, which is something they do support if Ubisoft continues to add in existing guns in the game, such as the recently additioned FMG9 Vortex sight and the Supernova Suppressor coming in the next patch. The last of the biggest balancing changes made this season were to the shields. This change in my opinion is a good one, but in my experience hasn't made much of a difference. I appreciate Ubisoft trying to take the time to increase the skill gap of shields, but I've still seen long-range hipfire headshots, and the melee change doesn't seem to make much of an impact unless under majestical circumstances. These current issues are very difficult to deal with, such as the balancing of Glaz and shields, which is understandable, but something has to be done. Alright, now this one's gonna be easy. The state of the game during the season was fucking dog shit to say the least. The amount of modding in PC games, the amount of DDoSing, and the continue of uprise on mouse and keyboard on console, the Claymore glitches, the deployable shield glitches, which didn't let Nook and Warden get their intended loadouts for a whole season, the IQ glitches and the damn Clash glitches. Hate me or not, but I like playing Clash, god damn. It's not like she doesn't get banned enough already. God damn it! Okay, but you guys get the point. The glitches were out the ass this season, reminiscing of a pre-Operation Health Rainbow Six. And to think that the community really wanted to bring up Operation Health too. God damn. Alright, let's get to the brighter side of things, because Ubisoft did fix team killing this season, although it did take them a long time. Rainbow Six dropped in December of 2015, and Phantom Sight dropped in June 11 of 2019. That is 1,288 days. It took Ubisoft 3.5 years to fix the problem of team killing. I mean, they did a good job of it, but that's a long time. I mean, I'm glad this idea finally came to life, but we were telling you guys this so long ago. Why did it take so long? It's such a simple system, but hey, why should I complain? You guys probably have like 4 devs anyway. Probably. As well as the addition of pick and ban and rank now, which adds a new dynamic to the game. In other words, just gets rid of these operators for every rank match, but that's besides the point. In all honesty, I'm extremely glad that Ubisoft added this feature in because it diversifies the nature of each game you play. It also opens the door for a future 8 operator pick and ban, but that'll most likely be in the far future. Alright, so let's wind the clock back a little bit. So for this season's mid-season event, we probably had the most unique one since Outbreak. It was a Wild West themed 3v3 showdown that had the Boss G and the LFP revolver on a small map on Secure the Area. It was an interesting, unique experience which brought up the discussion of additions into the base game, like I went over in my first video card in the top left. Overall, I thought this event was fun. The cosmetics were solid, and I wouldn't be surprised if a similar form of this returns in the future. Okay, now lastly we have the smaller things that Ubisoft added into the game related to cosmetics. The Legion and Smoke Elite. I would say that the Legion Elite was solid, and I'm happy that he finally has one now, because he's picked often, and I'm happy Smoke got one too. But it's not the greatest in my opinion, or others, because all of the community wanted Smoke to be Plague Doctor Elite. Even all my followers on Instagram voted for Plague Doctor Smoke Elite. Ubisoft keeps missing their chances. But hey, Legion Elite is good, and Smoke Elite is aight. For seasonal skins, I would say that the selection this season was meh. There was like 1 or 2 good ones, I would say. The ice cream is definitely a given, and the gold and blue one is alright if you like those colors. If you also like red and black or green and black, you have those options too. Those are just average skins, nothing more to say. And lastly, but definitely not least, the damn shop changes. The shop over the last few years, to say the least, has been rough. You can sit there for 20 minutes and you still see the damn 6 circling around your screen. So I'm glad the shop is finally accessible, because the quickest way before was through operators. So Ubisoft, it took you 3.5 years, but good job. You fixed it. So to do a quick rundown of what I just went over, here's a summary. Warden and Nook are probably the worst operators ever introduced into Rainbow Six Siege, and they're based off of already existing assets and functions in the game. A good map rework, good choices, and effort to keep Cafe in the rank rotation where it belongs. Unique, but in some cases undesired and underwhelming changes in balancing operators. Some of the worst player comfort in the game ever with rampant glitches, modders, and cheaters with terrible stability competing for year 1 type of levels. A well done mid-season event, and lastly some decent cosmetic additions for the season. So to answer the question in the title, is Phantom Sight the worst season ever? I don't think so entirely, but it was definitely one of the worst nonetheless. Compared to Operation Health and other unstable seasons, the season actually had some sort of content, although most of it is recycled. The Cafe rework in Showdown is the only reason why I don't think this season is the worst. because Health had no new operators and no new maps, although it did make strides to make the game what it is today and grow exponentially nonetheless. But these are my own opinions. Do you think I'm wrong? Did I leave anything out? If I did, leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. If you like this if you like this video, leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button on the bell next to it. That's all for me today, guys. I'll see you next time. Grizzly Goat out.